Welcome to the corner today. I'm going to try to do a quick video here. And as you can tell by what you're looking at, something is close to being done. I've been working on the last couple nights, adding all the chrome, all the bright work onto this thing. I got the front bumper on it, although the front bumper is not chrome, it's painted. Reason being is because I had to cut it down the middle and widen it out about almost 1/4 inch to fit the width of the cab. I'm going to try to do this without running on a screen here. That and without breaking a bunch of parts off of this thing, but that's the front end of it. The front bumper, I'm not sure what it came out of. It's out of my parts box. I had to drop it down and cut the top to clear the cab for when the cab flips up. Give it room for everything to to clear when it comes forward. But painted the clearance lights on it, and I painted the logo on the Kenworth logo on the grill. That's just a red Sharpie marker. For those of you that don't know, if you haven't been following along, this chassis is the Papa truck, the Super Boss Papa truck chassis right out of the box. Being that it doesn't have the hauler bed on it, it's a stretched out frame to accommodate the hauler, and it gives gives kind of a custom stretched look right out of the box. And I'm knocking the back bumper off again. Kind of waiting for the glue to dry on the back bumper before I hang the mud flaps, and still a little wet back there. But yeah, I'd like to say the fuel tanks are out of the parts box. They were chrome when I started, so I just taped off the belts, shot the thing in purple, and peeled the tape off to give it keep the chrome belts on the fuel tanks. Had a lot of people comment on the fuel tanks, how they like the look of them. Worked out pretty good. I don't want to tip it. There we go. Shot of the fuel tanks from the top. The cab is, like I say, an old AMT flat top cab. I put this on there in place of the Aerodyne cab. And this cab is 3/4 of an inch shorter than the Aerodyne cab, so I had to move the stacks and everything forward. Plus, by doing that with a shorter cab on it, gives the longer illusion, longer frame in the back. Otherwise, the frame, the cab would have came out to about maybe 1/8 of an inch past the stacks here. The stacks, made a comment the last video. The stacks were done. I don't have one available right now, but these are Culver's drinking straws. Culver's. I use McDonald's straws and I use Culver's straws. Culver's straws are just a little bit bigger than the McDonald's ones, and it gives it the look, kind of the illusion of like a 9 or a 10 inch diameter stack that you'd see from like Chrome Shop Mafia or some of the trucking, the 18-wheeler type. I'm trying to get that zoom in there a little bit. It won't do it. What you see on the real trucks. Down the side you can see that they're still blue. I didn't paint down inside of them, but they look good. Then they're just shot with a dose of silver. Just to me, a silver paint. So is the front bumper. Like I said, I don't know if that bumper came off of the, can't think of it right now, that Peterbilt drag truck, salt truck, or whatever, came out many years ago. Little close-up shot of the back with the air cleaner. I don't know how well this will show up with the light here, but we'll try it. Shot of the engine with some of the ductwork and all the exhaust work inside of it. Now on the tank, or on the stacks, to get this to come up from the plastic tubing from the kit out and meet to the stacks, I use shrink tubing. I'm going to bring that cab down so I don't lose it. You also see on the back of the intake here, the intake inlet going down into the air link. It's Let me grab a piece here. The electrical, the shrink tubing that you'd use for electrical, for you know, like when you solder two pieces of wire together, then you heat this up and you shrink it down over top the wire connection. All it is just a flexible rubber like a shrink tube. But I use this on the stacks. I got a little bit bigger diameter tubing the other night to come up and meet the stacks. I picked this up at Walmart. This is all it is. It's just heat shrink tubing. And I use that bigger diameter one to come up to meet the straws. And that just gives it the look of, you know, where it all molds into one and gives a little bit better look than just, you know, stepping up into the bigger diameter. It just helps kind of gradually bring the two together. I don't know what I'm trying to say. Probably shows, right? Underneath is the K-bar light. Everything underneath, like I say, you know, is pretty much all purple, all throughout. Put the kit mud flat. Oh, there goes K-bar too. Put the chrome mud flaps on it. And again, I bare metal foiled the fifth wheel as well as the rear light bar on it. And these are the mud flaps. They're through Plastic Dreams. Let's see if I can get that. There we go. Don't know the part number on it, but it's Plastic Dreams. They're scale mud flaps, and these are the mud flaps. They're actual pliable, like a vinyl material. Pretty nice, but they'll be added onto the back side of it. Finish off the back end, and that'll be it. The only thing I have left to do on this thing is the mud flaps and the door handles. I found out that with the Aerodyne cab, the door handles are the, you know, the slam lock type handles. They're down the lower part of the door. This being the older flat top Kenworth, the door handles go up top or out on the outside like the old chrome twist locks. So I'm gonna have to dig through the parts box. I got a tote that's got a bunch of parts in it. I'm gonna dig through that this weekend to see if I can't come up with some door handles for it. And then next week it'll be pretty much done. But pretty happy with it. The decals were a little brittle when they went on, and when I sprayed clear over top of them where they meet the door jambs, they all shrunk and pulled back. So I had to use a little Sharpie marker in them to kind of touch them up, make them look good again. But looks good when you're not looking up close, looking for all the imperfections on it. All in all, looking for a shelf model, it'll look pretty good. I like it. It'll turn out pretty good. One other thing too, the wheels are the the Super Boss Papa Truck wheels, but the tires are the low profile tires from Mobius. I did throw them on there just to change up the look a little bit, so it's a little bit more of a custom look versus more of a versatile street highway driven rig. This weekend I'm gonna go down to storage. I'm going to pick up I gotta dig anyway. I found out there's some boxes collapsing down there, so I gotta restack some boxes. But while I'm digging, I'm gonna dig through and find my Wilson trailers. I'm gonna bring home the Wilson livestock trailers. I'm gonna take two trailers and make one out of it. Well, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna stretch it out from a 48 footer. I'm gonna stretch it out to a 53 footer, and probably do either a spread axle spread axle tandem on the back, or I'm going to do a triple axle on it. Kind of thinking, leaning a little bit more towards the triaxle. So I have 3 axles on the back of the trailer. But that's kind of why I added the bull on the back of the cab, just because it's going to be pulling a bull hauler or a livestock trailer. A lot of guys, they call it bull haulers, but. And that's about it for the truck. I still do need to, realized I need to find a little something to cover this area here. little bit more of a catwalk above the transmission final drive area there, but in time. But along with that, I started working on this little job. This is the trailer out of a Ford Louisville, the box truck, short hauler. This is the chassis out of that, and then the tandems on the back are out of the snowplow, the Ford snowplow. Putting some white on them, just kind of cover that orange, molded in orange plastic. But this is going to be shot all silver in time, and then the cab and the cab hood and the sleeper, the bunkhouse, will all be painted a metallic blue. This is going to be the base of the Ford truck that's going to be pulling the race hauler that I'm going to have the Bigfoot truck in. This is going to be the basis of the monster truck that's going to be going inside that trailer. This has got the new style tube frame underneath it. But what I'm thinking about doing is this body may stay on there, I'm not sure. This is a newer style Ford truck than what the race hauler truck and the Coors trailer are going to be dated to. So what I'm thinking about doing is I'm thinking about taking the 1995 Ford monster truck body off of the one, I think it's the AMT kit. It's the second Bigfoot that came out in kit form. But I'm thinking about taking that body, the body off of that truck, and putting that body on this frame. And building this kind of per, 95, 97, kind of the late 90s era monster trucks with the tubular frame underneath it. But that's kind of what I'm, like I say, leaning towards. And then what I'm thinking about doing is I'm thinking about making the wheels and tires to where they're knocked off. I'm going to try cutting the hubs out of them and to where I can use magnets to adhere the tires to the frame. That way I can pull the big all-terrains off of it and then put the military style tires on it for transport. That way it'll be lower and narrower to fit inside the trailer like the true monster trucks are. But that's the plan. This is going to be pulling that. I've got an extra set of wheels in there that I'm going to try to get a set of resin wheels from Jimmy Flintstone. Military type tires to use for the actual transport tires, but see how all that goes. Be a plan in the making, be a long drawn out project, but yeah, But yeah, that's about it for this time. I think I'll cut it off here and get this thing ready. I'll probably throw this up online Saturday. Today is Thursday. So you'll see this in a couple days, I'm thinking, huh? But hope everybody's out enjoying the weather this week. It's pretty nice here. And yeah, we'll call it quits for now, and we'll dig up some stuff over this weekend and throw some more stuff at you, hey? Take care, everyone. Have fun. Stay safe. Enjoy the weather. Be happy. All that fun, happy stuff. And we'll see you on the corner. Take care, everyone. Bye-bye.